Hey, it is Tim Vatapka here from the Salem Lakes Preservation Association, here to tell you about an upcoming live webinar that we are going to do on Thursday, April 20 at 7 p.m. Eastern. And this is a live public briefing that will get you caught up on everything that we've been doing, have been doing, plan to do, and are doing to handle this Eurasian water milfoil situation. So it won't be just me, it'll actually be me and a panel of environmentalists from Solitude Lake Management and from Arrowwood, who have different roles and responsibilities in our team of people who include committee members, long-time standing directors who have been on this project now for several years. And so we're going to do a very fast-paced, because we have a lot to pack in about an hour or so on the 20th. And this is going to be something where we're going to walk you through the short back history since this horrible weed was spotted in our lake, what had been going on over the time frame since it was first identified, and how effective that was. We will talk a little bit about the progression of the infestation, because a lot of folks who don't necessarily snorkel and get out there in the water and look down, look out at the lake and go, looks fine to me. But the case is, we're going to show you graphically how it's progressed over the years. And you'll, if you haven't already seen these images before in some of the other literature that we've put out there, it's impressive to say the very least how fast this thing has taken over the lake. So we'll talk about that. We will talk about some of the things that involve budgets and costs. I'll give you a little bit of a comparison between what would happen if we didn't do the Priscilla treatment, which we've been looking into this year, and what would happen if we don't do it, and what it would cost us over the length of over the duration, 3 to 5 years out. So that's something you're going to want to pay attention to, because eventually we're going to be spending less to handle this infestation over time. We'll talk a little bit about the science of Priscilla, how effective it is, how safe it is, how selective it is, literally down to the genetics of which plant it goes after and what it does to EWM, which is why we've been looking at it. We will talk about what to expect if we get the Department of Environmental Conservation to approve our permit application to do this this year, which is probably going to be sometime in the middle of June. We're going to walk you through what you can expect to see leading up to the treatment itself on the day that we're going to do that, and what might be necessary to accommodate the people who are out there applying this to certain spots in the lake. It's not going to be a helicopter or a strafing run where we're going to spray chemicals down from above. It's a very selective treatment that's going to be done by boat. But we still have to have some considerations that we want everyone to be aware of leading up to that day and immediately thereafter. So all good, a lot of information, a lot of people to accommodate here. We're going to have a really good panelists that I'm going to be hosting and moderating. And any questions that you may have about our project, about our program, the costs, the science, all of that, you have two opportunities to get your questions in. You can get your questions in as soon as you register. There's a spot there where you'll see, if you fill in your name, you'll see a little field in the form that says any questions, so we can get those done in advance and prepped. But we'll also have a live Q&A session, not by open microphone or by camera, because that could get pretty go out of control pretty quickly. But we will definitely have a Q&A submission chat line available live that I will be eyeballing, so we can present those to the speakers depending upon what the question is and who the expert is to answer that. We will be able to do that, and we'll stay on the line as long as it takes to cover all of the appropriate questions that come up. And so that's it. 7 p.m. Thursday the 20th, so that's coming up within the next week or so. So we really hope that you join us, and even if you are going to be traveling and you can't get to attend live, register anyway, because that will guarantee that you get an email later on with an invitation to view the recording. So please, don't let travel or work or any other, schedule conflicts get in the way. Register anyway. We'll capture your information. You'll immediately, thanks to technology, get a link to the recording as soon as we're done. So that's it. So looking forward to seeing it. I'm Tim Vitapka. Looking forward to seeing some of you on your names, at least when we go live next Thursday, the 20th. And we'll see you then. All right. Ciao.